Hi, this is 5 Minutes With, and we're here with Rochester's own ghost hunting expert, Ralph Esposito. How you doing today, Ralph?
Very good. How are you?
Good. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it is that you do as far as the ghost hunting and that sort of thing?
What can I say? I look for places that are haunted, and with a team of people who enjoy taking pictures, doing video, and other assorted semi-scientific things, we'll say, look for ghosts.
Tell us about the show that you put together with this footage and the group that you collect this stuff with.
The show we call Mystic Encounters, and I fell into that with a gentleman by the name of Paul Kalaki, who he does Fairport's cable access television, and he's always been interested in ghost hunting and other sort of paranormal interests. And we met, and he said, "Why don't we do something for the cable access channel?"
The elevator's going down.
I was going to say, he just went
What's that noise? He went down the elevator.
The IRs are getting a lot of orbs right in this area. When that elevator went down, that orb went right towards the elevator entrance.
Yeah.
Basically, we go to the locations, and we'll first tell you a little history about the building and the area, and then actually go through a ghost hunt as we check out the building with infrared camcorders, photos, infrared thermometers. We'll check occasionally. We have ghost meters, which are actually electromagnetic field meters, and we see what we get.
Can you tell us about some of the things that you've discovered and what do they mean?
As far as EVPs, no one's talking in the group. No one uttered those words, so we have to decide, where does a voice come from on an electronic device, whether it's a tape recorder or an electronic a digital recorder, that nobody said. Obviously, a lot of this comes down to belief. Do you believe in ghosts or the afterlife? I mean, I'd love to say, oh yeah, there was someone behind us saying those words, but there wasn't. Mm-hmm. And it's the strangest thing when you know no one's been around and you listen to this and you hear a voice.
Yeah.
And some of them are quite distinct. Said anything like that or were around?
Well, you were closest,
Yes.
to the source of this EVP.
Myself and Jay.
Okay, now Jay, our technical person, was down there with you. There was nobody else down there at the time.
No one else.
Okay. So, but what is your honest opinion of this EVP? Do you think this is a legitimate EVP? Does it sound like it's just too bizarre to be real? Almost? Or?
It is a strange sounding EVP.
And we've heard a lot of EVPs.
It sounds almost like a Monty Python.
It does. Well, let's set this up for a minute. Of course, the Fairport Village Hall, for those that don't know, is situated on the Erie Canal.
Yes.
And they have packet boats and boat traffic that passes here all the time.
Oh, you might hurt the ship. They have $1 million for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you might hurt the ship. They have $1 million for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you might hurt the ship. They have $1 million for it.
As far as the things on camcorder, usually we capture what we call orbs, and those are round circles. A lot of people say they're dust, and probably most of them that we find are, especially if they just sort of float through. However, we've caught some of them with absolutely insane trajectories. For instance, in the Village Hall in Fairport, there was a bright flash, and something came, it looked like it almost went through the camera. Comes up right to the ceiling, corkscrews down to the floor, and then goes out at the end of the hall. That's not a speck of dust. I mean, a speck of dust does not go that fast down a hallway. It'd be nice to explain it as, that's just a piece of dust, but the timing of these, it's just very strange.
Yeah.
So,
how spiritual is Rochester? What history can you provide us?
well, of course, Rochester is actually where spiritualism, the religion, actually formed. The Fox sisters, they, I believe it's Hydesville. They'd moved to Hydesville, and they kept hearing a knocking. And they had a number of meetings and where they would actually communicate to the spirits for people. Now, some of the Fox sisters, I believe, actually recanted it sometime and said it was all made up. But in general, that's where the religion of spiritualism came from. So Rochester does have quite a history. Now, this was back at the turn of the century.
Tell us one thing about ghost hunting that might interest the average person that's not into it right now.
First of all, it's not as scary. It's not like Ghostbusters where you're going in and these things are coming at you.
Fighting.
Ghost hunting has a lot of history to it. So if you're into history, you do get to research some of that.
You do ghost hunts and ghost walks that people can get involved in, right?
Well, we do. I do have a business called Rochester Candlelight Ghost Walks, and that's separate from the ghost hunting. And that's actually going on a walk in an area, and what it is, we tell you the history of the area. Again, here's a lot of history, and ghost stories that go along with the area. Some of them actually happened to us. Some of them that are, for instance, the local legends like the White Lady, things like that.
And if somebody wants to do one of these walks, then how do they find out more about them?
Well, they can give me a call, 244-8832. Right now, we're thinking of a summer schedule, and we usually have it listed in the paper in what's doing section. And of course, they can always look for our show, which is on right now Fairport Access.
All right.
It's a fun show. A lot of things happened.
Great. Well, that's been 5 minutes with Ralph Esposito, Rochester's foremost ghost hunting expert. For more information, check him out online.